to AIGP News. I'm Steve Sanders. I hope you all enjoyed last week's special review of Campaign 84 for the ColecoVision. Now here are this week's top stories. Congress has canceled its 4th of July recess to handle the debt situation, meaning no one will be there to snort coke in the Bahamas. This all came after the president accused them of stalling talks to deal with the debt. The president threatened spankings if they did not do this, which most congressmen immediately dropped their pants for. Democrats have a plan reportedly to cut $1 trillion from the budget, increase taxes on the rich, and cut oil subsidies. The Republicans said no new taxes, which, as you may remember, they said before, right before raising taxes. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell invited Obama to stay in Washington and talk with the Republicans about the situation, only after Obama's people announced he would be in Pittsburgh for a fundraiser. There will be more on this story from Big R. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner has said he will not leave the position and will stay with Obama for the foreseeable future. He also said he enjoys his private office and limousine. He then went on to reiterate his warnings if Congress did not raise the debt ceiling, including planes falling out of the sky and nukes going off for no reason. Hundreds of thousands of British private sector workers went on strike this week to protest longer working hours and more money being taken for their pension funds, proving we expect these workers to soon declare themselves their own country and call it America. Wait, that already happened. These strikes shut down almost a full third of British schools. Children rejoiced and asked for strikes to happen every day. 30 people were arrested in these protests, proving the world is coming to an end and will soon be turned upside down, and they will drink cold beer in England. Business confidence of major Japanese companies has fallen to a new low following the effects of the earthquake and tsunami. They will try to raise confidence with more beer and porno vending machines. It is being said that Japan will fully recover from the effects of the tsunami and earthquake, with only minimal brain damage, causing them to make even worse cars. Casey Anthony's defense team has rested. They will reportedly take a 30-minute nap and then go back to what they were doing. They did this without Casey Anthony taking a stand, proving no molestation charges, just trying to poke holes in the prosecution's case. They quickly found a pencil was not sharp enough to do this. Stephen Colbert won a case in front of the U.S. Election Regulation Committee, meaning that he can soon have a political action committee that can spend unlimited amounts of money, proving once again this is the stupidest country on earth. When Colbert was asked what he had to say to businesses, he said nothing, except that I want their money. When asked what he had to say to the American public, he said move to Canada. MSNBC has suspended Mark Halperin for calling Obama a dick, when it's perfectly clear that Obama is a giant vagina because he likes to be banged. This came after Halperin was asked what he thought of Obama's recent press conference. Proving again that watching a 30-second commercial for a 45-second Hulu clip is always worth it. Amazon Inc. and Overstock.com Inc. are pulling all of their affiliates out of California because a new California law requires if they have affiliates in that state, they have to pay taxes. And the last thing they want to do is pay taxes. A similar law was passed in California a few years ago, but was vetoed by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, proving that if you want a law passed, just wait for a governor who agrees with that law to come into office. This means bad news to eBay sellers, and affiliates of these companies, but don't worry, one person is not a business, no matter how fat they are. Immigration has called off the deportation of a Venezuelan man this week because he was legally married to his same-sex partner. Phew, that was close. Advocates hope this will push Obama to get rid of the Defense of Marriage Act, which only says a marriage is between a man and a woman. Something Obama is against, as he doesn't want to be married to a man. President Obama will take questions from Twitter this week in a town hall meeting in the White House. My question is, does Michelle keep his balls in her purse or on a wall? Glenn Beck taped his final show for Fox News this week, and the people rejoiced. Glenn Beck said of his show that it is larger than television and should be in Americans' hearts. Unlike the heart disease in their hearts now, Glenn Beck will kill you in a shorter amount of time. A woman's dead body might have been in a public pool, for 2 whole days, according to officials, making you wonder just how clean public pools are. This particular public pool, employees were suspended and the pool was shut down as health officials look into the action. Scientists are looking to get rid of pie. They prefer cake instead. The pie in question is the roughly 3.14 we all grew up with, saying we should instead use tau, which is 6.28, because it is more accurate. I could go into all the details of this, but you wouldn't understand them, so just use tau. Now here's that report alluded to earlier from Big R. Take it away. Yo, 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 it's Big R here, my homies, my peeps, my peoples. And Big R, he's here to talk to you about the national debt ceiling. You see, the government is set to reach the national debt ceiling on August 1st. What this means is if they don't raise it, the government will default on its debts. The Treasury Secretary has warned the government not to default on its debts. But Congress is still arguing over whether to raise the debt ceiling. Now let Big R break it down for you. The Democrats, to raise it, want to cut spending, raise taxes on the wealthy, and cut oil subsidies. The Republicans said, no, we need to cut spending without raising taxes. So here's my Big R's problem. They're arguing back and forth, voting down each other's legislature. And yet, they both agree we need to cut spending. So why don't we just cut spending? Well, the Democrats say $1 trillion is enough, and the Republicans say we need $3 trillion. So why not meet in the middle at $1.5 trillion? They ain't going to do that. They both want to say it's the other one's fault that the government defaulted on its loans. Well, the Republican minority leader invited Obama to stay in Washington instead of going to Philadelphia. Obama declined. Obama should have stayed in Washington and talked to the Republicans so he could work out a deal with the Democrats. But he declined. Biden is working with the Democrats, trying to hash out deals with the Republicans, but the Republicans decline. You see what's going on in America? A bunch of infighting, back and forth, arguing amongst each other over what to do. It's simple what we do. We cut $1 trillion, or $1.5 trillion. We pass that for now, raise the debt ceiling until 2012, then we hash out for another year what to do. It's that simple. Yeah, people, they're not thinking. That's what we should do. Obama should focus all of his attention on the debt ceiling. He should be working with the Republicans instead of going to Philadelphia. This is a clusterfuck. It's one side arguing with another side endlessly so nothing gets done. Well, America, we need to tell them we want this issue solved, and we want it solved now. Now Obama has an option. He can wait and say we can't default because some people argue it's constitutional. But that's just going to piss off the Republicans because they're just saying he's going to strengthen the federal government, and they're against that. So it'll count against them. So what they need to do is they need to sit down and we need to lock them in a room together with no food and water and say, you come out when you have this issue solved. And that's Big R's Take America. Back to you in the studio. Thank you, Big R. Now for celebrity news. will.i.am was rushed out of a London hotel room this week because of a fire. He was okay, so no one cared about the 20 people killed. 80s rocker Rick Springfield will be charged with 2 counts of DUI, meaning his next concert will be in the shower in prison. He will not be charged with, though, for threatening to kill the officer, meaning if you're drunk, you can threaten to kill officers. Aaron Carter has said that Michael Jackson never gave him alcohol or cocaine at 15, proving that even though he works at Starbucks now, he can still make the news. LeBron James knocked a kid down this week. The kid was reportedly a fan. The situation is no longer suing his father for using his image to make money. Instead, he's suing MTV for making him a giant douche. Tommy Lasorda has said he has no idea what's going on with the Dodgers, but hopes they can recover and do what they're best at, losing games. Joe Rogan has said he will come back to NBC's new resurrected Fear Factor, meaning his job at Home Depot will soon be open. Octomom has said she made $28,000 in the month of June, proving once again there is no God. Kim Kardashian ordered a fleet of white Rolls Royces to take family and friends to her wedding, meaning that although she slept with half the country, she can still have white at her wedding. CSI star Gary Dordan reportedly slammed his car into 2 parked cars, but will face no criminal charges. There's no joke there, because that is a joke in itself. A longtime friend of John Lennon has said he believed in the lyrics of Imagine till his death and was never a Reagan supporter, proving that there is one artist, although dead, who never sold his soul. Pauly D was reportedly not able to promote his new t-shirt store as he is under contract by MTV to work at a rival t-shirt store for the remainder of the Jersey Shore season, meaning a spoiled white kid with a bad tan and bad hair isn't getting ahead in the world for once. It's amazing. Daniel Radcliffe said he wept like a baby after Harry Potter finished filming. His next job being broke and eventually doing another Harry Potter movie. Brooke Mueller is out of rehab. No one cared, but I'm reporting it anyways. Now here's our own Captain Iron Sam Kidd to talk about relationships. Take it away.
Oh, hi there, mateys. I be Captain Iron Sam Kidd, and I be here with more of ye relationship questions. Me first question comes from Jonathan. He says me girlfriend cut her hair short, and I do not like it. How should I tell her? Well, Jonathan, this be a simple question. You just wait till night and drug your girlfriend before she goes to sleep. Sleeping pills and alcohol works best. You drug her. Then at night, ye shave her head. So then she has a haircut both she and ye hates. And that is how you fix the question. You shave your girlfriend's hair so that she will also hate her haircut, and ye will both be happy. Our next question comes from Craig. Craig asks, I hate my girlfriend's new puppy. It constantly barks at me. How do I make her get rid of the puppy? Well, Craig, this be an easy question too. You just take the puppy, and ye make it walk the plank. If you do not have a plank, well, it's easy to do. You just kill the puppy. Then the puppy is gone, and you're happy. Tell ye girlfriend that it ran away. And that be an easy answer to that question. And the next question comes from Susan. Susan said, my boyfriend likes to dress like the situation guy, but I don't like it. What should I do? Well, Susan, it's simple. Take all of ye boyfriend's clothes, put some nice pirate outfits, and burn them in a dumpster out back from your house. Once they are burned, he will be forced to dress like a pirate, and everybody loves pirates. So Susan, burn all ye boyfriend's clothes. So then he will be a pirate. Our next question comes from Bill. Bill asks, my girlfriend always bugs me when I'm watching the game. What should I do? Well, Bill, it's simple. Why are you wasting your time with sports? You could be out plundering the high seas. Get out there and plunder, boy. Plunder. Do not waste your time with the game. Plunder and bring her back diamond necklaces. Everybody loves diamond necklaces. Remember, Bill, plunder the high seas. Do not waste your time with sports. Well, this be Captain Iron Sam Kidd signing off. Back to the studio.
Thank you. That was odd. Now for sports news. The two sides in the NFL talks met this week for 2 hours. They're planning to meet again next week and do nothing. Free agent Jeremiah Jagger has reportedly signed with the Philadelphia Flyers. His next step? Losing games. Willie Lyles has said Oregon got their sheets for recruiting late, which meant nothing to Oregon since most people can't find them on a map. The Philadelphia Flyers have also signed free agent Max Talbot, proving that they do want to win games next season. Alex Rodriguez has said that Jose Reyes is the best player in baseball right now. Reyes then paid him the $1 million he promised. Notre Dame will pay huge amounts of fines for a settlement with the state of Indiana over a student's death. The student reportedly died of shock after going to a Notre Dame campus. PGA player Roger Garagas has said he smoked pot on the tour in 2002 with others, but since this is golf, no one cared. Now here are this week's baseball scores. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Steve Sanders, signing off.